Hey guys, this is the video of a Pokemon battle that I had earlier this morning, and I added some narration to it, sped it up a bit so it would be under 10 minutes. And it's the first time I'm uploading a Pokemon battle to YouTube, so you gotta bear with me if the production work is crappy. So enjoy watching, and thanks for watching. Okay, so this is my battle. As off lead with Stealth Rock. I knew Jirachi was gonna Stealth Rock. It might have had Choice Scarf, and it might have tricked it onto me, which would have been bad, but that was the risk I was prepared to take. I didn't expect this at all, the burn, which really helped when it did less damage for the U-turn, which will help later on, as you we'll eventually see with Mamoswine. So Gengar, I knew I had to switch out to Blissey because it's just what I have to do. Right, nothing much here. I really didn't know what to do, so I just thought I'd Ice Beam it. But you know, he can't hurt me, I can't hurt him, so either one of us is gonna have to switch out. And it was a Scizor, and I'm like, oh god, Scizor. So if I recall correctly, I switched out to Fortress. Okay, yes, that's my physical wall. I thought, well, it's probably gonna Bullet Punch, but it didn't, it Sword Stanced. And because it was a Sword Stance variant, I knew that Fortress couldn't do anything to it whatsoever. So I had to have my Choice Scarf Heatran come in. I didn't know that she would also have a Heatran, but she does. So that was kind of interesting. Again, I didn't know what the hold item on that Heatran was, so in any case, Vaporeon should be a safe switch. That was painful. A flash-fired Fire Blast. I realized it didn't do too much damage, so I could always come in later on. I don't know what happened there, but I thought it had to come in sooner or later. But it was very good that it came in then, actually, because it allowed me to wish. I guess he thought that I was gonna, or she thought I was gonna attack or switch. And was just using the Jirachi as bait to scout. I decided to surf the Scizor because I didn't want to take any risks. I knew that Scizor couldn't hurt me because its Bullet Punch was not very effective. Here it is, Bullet Punching. And I decided to stay in and surf again, I think. Oh no, I wished. Oh wait, I surfed. Alright. Had I knew that it was a Life Orb, I would have wished. Again, it's a Gengar, so guess what I'm gonna do? Switch out, because I knew it's gonna have a Thunderbolt. But I guess she actually predicted my switch. That's why she used Hypnosis. Again, I knew that Gengar couldn't hurt me. I couldn't hurt it. But, oh, Mamoswine, I was really scared of this one. This is where it started getting interesting. I thought it might use Earthquake, so I decided to switch in Azelf. But I forgot Mamoswine also knew Superpower, which wasn't very effective either. Now this is where it came useful that I burnt the Jirachi earlier on, because my Azelf got to survive. I knew it was going to Ice Shard, I knew it. So I sent in my Heatran. But here is where I predicted wrong. I thought that because she would have expected a Flamethrower or Fire Blast, she would have switched her own Heatran in, which would have allowed me to get a quick kill. But I took the risk and I took the damage. So no big deal. I knew Vaporeon could take anything because it was just amazing, and plus it did have a -1 from the superpower, so I was just abusing Wish now because I knew that it had a Life Orb. And I knew that she can't switch out because if she switched back in, Stealth Rocks would have KO'd the Mammoth Swine. So here I am abusing Wish. And I think I wished again because there was no point in me attacking it since it was going to kill itself. This is where it started going kind of downhill because it started going on forever and ever and ever. I decided to protect because I knew that Gengar didn't have Calm Mind or any kind of status upping attacks, so protecting would only benefit me. And of course, again, guess who I switched to? Blissey. And so we did have a Thunderbolt. But it starts getting boring now because it's just kind of like a stalling game. I was actually quite reluctant to bring out my only other sweeper, which was a choice-banded Salamence. I don't know why I was reluctant to do it, I just didn't want to go on the offensive just yet. It turned out I never actually got to go on the offensive in this game. I was actually really afraid of the Umbreon because I thought that it was a mean look variant. And I've never faced an Umbreon before, so I really didn't know what to do. Then I found out it was a curse variant. That's when I knew that I had to Toxic it because I didn't have a Hazer, which was a significant flaw of this team. Of course there are other flaws, but yeah, you'll see eventually the more games I play, I guess. So I'm going to Toxic it now. And it doesn't matter if it poisons me because I have Natural Cure anyway. So now I just have to wait for the Toxic to deal its damage. I was actually really nervous at this point because I've never faced an Umbreon. So I don't know if it might carry Rest, which would just screw over all my plans, because, you know, if it got 6 curses and a Rest, I don't think I could have killed it other than a Salamence with a critical hit. But I decided to switch in Fortress, which is just my favorite Pokemon ever. Reflect, so it's not going to do too much damage. And I'm stalling away. I didn't know what to do while I was stalling because I couldn't Gyro Ball it since it had such low speed now because of all the curses. So I just started spikesing it. Even though Gengar won't get hurt by spikes, so the only other Pokemon that would have been affected by spikes was her Heatran. Which, you know, she might switch in because it's a Fortress. But I guess I should have realized that she's not going to switch out a Curse Umbreon with so many curses under its belt. Nonetheless, at this point I was like, oh my god, what's she going to do? Is she going to Rest? So that was really nerve-wracking. But once the Umbreon was down, I faced the Heatran before, I faced the Gengar before, so I knew just what's going to happen. So I wasn't nervous anymore. I didn't think she had any more tricks up her sleeve. Even if Heatran exploded at this point, it would just be Gengar against 4 other Pokemon, so Blissey herself would wall it. This was really interesting. I didn't expect it to critical hit. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? I'll protect to get some leftover recovery so that I could get Wish recovery. So I was so nervous here. I'm like, you gotta survive, you gotta survive. So I survived. It turned out that I think hers is a Choice Scarf variant, because if it was a Choice Specs variant, then it would have done more damage. And if it was anything else, I would have also been able to tell. Ooh, so then she started struggling and I was like, wow, okay, that makes my job slightly easier. But I guess the battle never ended because she then fled.